Hello, it's Chris here from BWest Interactive, bwest.ca, and today I wanted to talk to you about this book. It's called The $100 Startup, and it's by Chris Guillebeau. Chris is quite a fairly famous blogger. He's written a few books now, and I've been trying really hard to get him to come up and speak at Social Media Camp. We almost got him this year, but he wasn't able to, but instead he sent us a bunch of copies of the book and some potential promise that we may be able to get him next year, so I'm looking forward to that. But I just finished reading the book, and it's like his other work, it's quite awesome. So I wanted to do a quick review. As the title suggests, it talks about how to start a business, do something that you're passionate about with very little money, $100 or whatever it costs. But I don't think the $100 is really the issue here in the book. It's really about following your passion, which seems to be a pretty popular term these days, but without the backup, that really doesn't mean much. But what I really liked about Chris's book is that, first of all, he's done it. He's started a couple of different businesses. He's kind of reinvented himself. And he's quite inspirational. When you read that, that comes through. He's a great writer. The words flow pretty easily, and it's enjoyable to follow. It's not a chore to read, but he also uses lots of examples. He interviewed hundreds of people for this book, like real people. He traveled around the world. He interviewed people in Canada, the United States, all over the world. And so there's a lot of good examples in here. But what I really like about it is that it really speaks to me specifically, because this is something that I had wanted to do most of my life, and with a couple of false starts. I started businesses when I was younger. Probably should have followed through with it, never did for whatever reason. I mean, a lot of it's in here. It has to do with fear of failure, fear of success, and so on. But so I can really see myself in this book, because having started BWest just over 3 years ago now, and then of course Social Media Camp came along about a year after that, I've enjoyed some of the success that Chris talks about in here, and gives examples of some of the other folks that have done similar things. But it's not just a book of case studies and examples. There's a lot of practical, hands-on kind of tasks and exercises and things that you can do in here as well to be successful. So if you ever thought of starting your own business, I would highly recommend this, even if you have your own business now. I mean, there's stuff in here that is going to be of value to me even 3 years into my business now. Or even if, nowadays we all are kind of branding ourselves and selling ourselves in one way or another. So a lot of the stuff in here kind of speaks to that as well. But especially if you are thinking of starting a business, or if you're in the beginning stages of it, this is a really awesome book. And Chris really writes from the heart. You can relate to him on a very personal level through his reading or his writing. So highly recommend that you read it. In fact, I'm putting this in my e-newsletter today, and I'm going to be giving out 3 copies of the book as well. So look for that, and I hope that we can both see him in person sometime next year. So thanks for listening. That's Chris from BWest Interactive.